I followed steps by looking up to my inspirations. One of my inspirations was Orange Sky Laundry. There's just no better way for me to really do a community service job or a charity without any prior experience. So I just went straight to my heroes that got Young Australian of the Year about 5 years ago, and I told them what I was doing and they wanted to help me. So I just got a lot of advice from them, and they helped me structure my charity the way I want to be structured.
So down to earth, how we measure impact is by the amount of people we help and the impact that we have directly onto their lives. So we go by the mantra that we'd rather teach a man to fish than just hand him a fish. So that way they're better off than they are yesterday, and we can get them out of that slump. How we plan on rolling that out in the future is through our bike network. So similar to, say, a Menulog or an Uber Eats, where they deliver food through a bike network in big urban sprawls such as Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, we want to do the same. Because in big city sprawls, they're much more dispersed as opposed to in rural centres like ours, where they're very centralised. This is going to up our efficiency and enable an ability to get to the people who we need to give help to, as well as also starting a mapping network so we can real-time track where they are and how we can get them help as quickly as possible. Also in the future, we plan to roll out with more of our partners, such as Bunnings, Woolworths, Kmart and local councils. This will ensure that we have the backing and support that we need in order to scale up as we grow to meet the demands of the people who we help in our community.
The methods and metrics we use here down to earth to measure the success of our project is through cans, and we count the amount of cans we receive in order to know if we meet expenses. This is to make sure our project is running sustainable. Once we know that, then we're able to purchase as many meals as we can to feed the homeless and to help them out. And meals also quantify how many people we are helping. This changes from session to session, but what we are measuring is the livelihood that is improving. And we measure livelihood through the quality of conversations that we receive.
Alright, so guys, 2020 was a massive year for everyone in the whole world, not just Australia. But for Down to Earth, it was even a bigger year because we had to learn and adapt to the situation that everyone was facing because of COVID. So all the other charities had to cease and hold, but Down to Earth, we carried on because we were an essential service. But to do that, we had to follow many procedures and adapt to many procedures. We had to pre-cook meals at home and hand them out on site instead of cooking them up on site. We had to ensure social distancing when we were doing the service. And lastly, we had to be very, very hygienic and wear masks, regular hand sanitising and hand washing. And this is all something that we carry on each day moving forward into 2021.